Dr. Robert Neville dedicated his life to the discovery of a cure and the restoration of humanity. This is his legend.
Can you handle more of the I Am Legend universe? The official trailer for I Am Legend 2 has just arrived, bringing Michael B. Jordan into the mix with Will Smith. What surprises await in this long-awaited sequel? Let's take a sneak peek at what's coming in 2025. The sequel picked up years after the event of the first film, showing us a world that has evolved since Dr. Neville's death. The cure he developed using his immune blood in the original movie likely plays a central role in this new chapter. Humanity is still hanging by a thread, and the remnants of society are working to rebuild. But the big question is, what new challenges have emerged? The Darkseekers from the first film were evolving. They weren't mindless monsters, but creatures with their own intelligence and social structure. The sequel might explore how they have changed over time. Are they adapting even further? Have they found ways to coexist with the few surviving humans? Or are they still a deadly threat? The trailer hints at a more dangerous world, with the virus possibly mutating into new forms. Imagine a scenario where the virus becomes airborne or finds new ways to spread. How would humanity cope? At the heart of the story is Michael B. Jordan's character. He's stepping into a critical role, although the details of his character are still under wraps. Is he the leader of a survivor group? Or a scientist continuing Neville's work? Or someone whose personal story ties deeply into the virus and its aftermath? His journey will likely be intertwined with Neville's legacy, as the sequel explores whether hope can still thrive in such a bleak world. Michael B. Jordan's addition to I Am Legend 2 is one of the most exciting developments for the sequel. He's proven time and time again in films like Black Panther and Creed that he brings emotional depth and a commanding presence to every role. But why was he chosen for this film? It's not just about star power. Jordan's ability to portray complex characters with relatable struggles makes him the perfect fit for the layered storytelling I Am Legend is known for. Jordan's character could symbolize a new generation fighting for survival. Maybe he's a descendant of someone Neville saved, or perhaps he's carrying forward Neville's mission to protect humanity. His presence will add fresh energy to the franchise, and the dynamic between him and Will Smith, whether through flashbacks, recorded messages, or even symbolic inspiration, will be something that fans won't want to miss. It's easy to see why filmmakers chose Michael B. Jordan for I Am Legend 2. He's one of the best actors of his generation, known for his ability to handle both action-packed scenes and emotionally charged moments. His talents will bring depth to the sequel, making it more than just another post-apocalyptic film. Pairing him with Will Smith, even if Smith's role is more reflective or limited this time, feels like the perfect way to bridge the past and the future of the I Am Legend universe. Their dynamic could create a unique and powerful chemistry, blending Smith's established legacy with Jordan's fresh energy. Fans are excited to see how this pairing unfolds and how Jordan's character will contribute to the story's evolution. One of the most intriguing aspects of I Am Legend 2 is how it builds on the first film. The original focused heavily on Neville's isolation in New York City. He was the last man standing, surrounded by the remnants of a broken civilization and hunted by the infected. His sacrifice gave humanity a chance at redemption, but it also left many questions unanswered. Did the cure work? Was it distributed widely enough to make a difference? And what became of the infected creatures he left behind? The sequel seems poised to answer these questions while introducing new layers to the story. This time, the world might not be limited to New York. Perhaps we see survivors scattered across different regions, forming communities or strongholds to resist the infected. With the virus potentially mutating further, these survivors could face new threats, both from the Darkseekers and from desperate factions of humanity, competing for dwindling resources. Another possibility is that the film will dive deeper into the ethics of survival and the cost of rebuilding civilization. The first movie showed us the loneliness and despair of living in such a world, but I Am Legend 2 might focus on the complexities of rebuilding trust, creating alliances, and deciding who gets to lead in a fractured society. Michael B. Jordan's character could play a central role in navigating these moral dilemmas. The burning question on everyone's mind is, how does Will Smith come back when his character clearly died in the first movie? Well, there are a few possibilities. The original I Am Legend had an alternate ending where Neville survived, and some fans speculate that the sequel will use this as its starting point. This will allow Neville to return as a living character, possibly guiding a new generation of survivors. If the sequel sticks to the theatrical ending, Smith could play a significant role through flashbacks, recorded messages, or even as a symbolic figure whose actions continue to inspire those left behind. Neville's research, journals, and the cure he developed could be the foundation for humanity's survival, keeping his presence alive in the story even if he doesn't physically return. Either way, Neville's legacy is sure to loom large in the sequel. His character was the emotional anchor of the first film, and his story will likely continue to shape the narrative, even if Michael B. Jordan's character takes center stage this time around. What new challenges will the characters face? The original I Am Legend was as much about emotional survival as it was about physical survival. Neville's battle with loneliness, guilt, and despair was just as gripping as his fight against the Darkseekers. The sequel will likely explore similar emotional stakes, but on a broader scale. Instead of focusing on one man's journey, it might delve into the collective struggles of humanity as it tries to rebuild. The virus itself is expected to evolve, creating new challenges for the survivors. In the first film, the Darkseekers were terrifying, but predictable in their behavior. If they become smarter or more organized, they can pose an even greater threat. Imagine a scenario where they begin to adapt to human tactics or develop new ways to hunt. The survivors will then have to rethink their strategies and find new ways to coexist or fight back. On top of the looming threats from the infected, humanity's greatest danger might come from within. In a world where resources are scarce and fear runs high, alliances could easily fracture and rival groups could rise. This struggle for survival is bound to create intense tension. Michael B. Jordan's character, introduced in I Am Legend 2, might find himself caught in the middle of this conflict, having to navigate the complex relationship between different factions. While hope for unity could drive some to work together, the harsh realities of survival could push others to betray or fight for control. As the story unfolds, these internal conflicts could become just as dangerous as the infected, adding a new layer of drama to the sequel. The balance between holding onto humanity and facing the brutal truths of this post-apocalyptic world will be a central theme in the next chapter of the I Am Legend saga. So why does this story still matter? I Am Legend wasn't just a survival movie, it was a deeply human story about sacrifice, hope, and the cost of trying to save the world. Those themes are timeless, and the sequel has the opportunity to build on them in meaningful ways. As we've seen in the real world, pandemics and global crises test our resilience, compassion, and ability to work together. I Am Legend 2 could reflect those struggles, showing us not just the horrors of a post-apocalyptic world, but also the moments of humanity that shine through Michael B. Jordan's character will likely represent the new generation's hope and determination. Meanwhile, Robert Neville's legacy serves as a reminder of the sacrifices that came before. Together, these elements create a story that feels both relevant and deeply personal, reminding audiences why stories about survival resonate so strongly. With its release set for 2025, I Am Legend 2 has plenty of time to build anticipation. Fans can expect the first trailer to drop in late 2024, offering glimpses of the new challenges, characters, and settings. Behind-the-scene footage, posters, and interviews will give us more insights to the sequel's direction. But for now, the mystery only adds to the excitement. The pairing of Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan alone is enough to make this film one of the most anticipated releases of the year. Add in the evolution of the virus, new moral dilemmas, and the chance to revisit a hauntingly beautiful post-apocalyptic world, and it's clear that I Am Legend 2 is set to deliver a story that's as emotionally gripping as it is visually stunning. So what do you think? Are you ready to step back into this world and see what's next for humanity? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our latest updates. And do let us know your thoughts in the comments section, and we will see you guys next time.